2017 has been a stormy year for the big ship that is Infosys. Enter Salil Parekh, who takes over as new CEO and Managing Director, replacing Vishal Sikka, who resigned after a public spat with Infy founder Narayana Murthy. When the search for a new leader began, the search party of Kiran Mazumdar Shah, Nandan Nilekani knew exactly the kind of person they were looking for, the opposite of the previous CEO.
He or she will have to be based in Bangalore and not in the US.
Their thinking should be in line with the company's conservative philosophy.
Sikka was US-based, allowed work from home, and gave lavish gifts like the latest iPhone to 3,000 top performers. The B.Tech from IIT Mumbai with a master's from Cornell soon became the front-runner in a field of 30 candidates.
He took Capgemini India from 300 employees to 100,000 in 15 years.
Yes, and he's an IT guy with the ability to handle a large workforce.
Sikka's huge salary package had been a big problem. The new CEO couldn't be paid as much. With the all-important approval,
I am happy that Infosys has appointed Salil Parekh as CEO.
The stock rallied. Interim CEO Nilekani resigns 18 August. Stock tanks. Parekh appointed new CEO. 2nd December. Stock rises. While it is normal for a new CEO to have a honeymoon period, Parekh will soon have to deliver results. At his previous position in Capgemini, Parekh had successfully managed several large acquisitions in the IT space: iGate, Thesis Technologies, Tanbay, which after the acquisition of iGate became the third largest MNC IT employer in the country, globally overtaking India's IT giant Wipro. But Infosys' track record of integrating acquisitions has not been good. Data analytics firm Noah Consulting, bought for $70 million in 2015, was absorbed by Infy for $41 million, a loss of 40%. Meanwhile, Sudha Vardarajan, co-founder of Scava, another firm bought by Infy in 2015 for $120 million, left the company 2 years later.
Infosys is unable to effectively grow the mobile internet business.
But it was the $200 million purchase of the Israeli automation firm Panaya that caused the most trouble. During a board meeting in February 2015,
I think we all agree that Panaya is a good buy.
Chief Financial Officer Rajiv Bansal walked out.
I don't agree with this at all. Goodbye.
Later, Murthy came down heavily on the $3 million, 17.4 crore severance package given to Bansal when he resigned a year later.
Was he paid to keep quiet?
Leading eventually to the resignation of Sikka and the appointment of Parekh, who will now have to decide the way forward. Today, companies, rather than sell their software, rent it out as a service. This allows them to earn more in the long run. Same difference as selling a house or renting it. Infosys' banking, financial services, and insurance verticals are its backbone and contribute 1/3 of its revenue. Parekh's experience in growing Capgemini's back office, outsourcing operations, and consulting businesses will be useful as they form most of the rest of Infy's revenue. Almost immediately, Parekh faces headwinds in the USA, which generates 60% of the company's revenue, who are now clamping down on outsourcing and on visas used by Indian software engineers to work in the USA.
Make in America. Curtail H-1B visas.
Infosys' competition, too, has seen the slowdown in sales in the last year. The silver lining is that this year, 200 contracts worth $50 billion are up for renewal, which is an opportunity for Infosys. The IT landscape is moving very fast, and Infosys seems to have missed the bus of voice, virtual reality, IoT, and blockchain.
Perhaps to unlock value and move faster, Infosys needs to be broken up into smaller companies, which can then be hived off separately.
In India, several large corporations hived off divisions into subsidiaries and successfully listed them on the stock market.
Captain Parekh now steers one of India's most admired companies and needs to find ways to keep it ahead of the field. Bisbo's Limerick. There's a new guy now heading Infosys. He's down to earth and gonna love this gig. Chase value or growth, or focus on both to ensure that the company remains big.
All our videos are based on news and information published in leading international newspapers, magazines, professional journals, and news channels, which we present in a fun and interesting way. We pride ourselves in being a source of authentic news.